We live?
Yep, it's booting up. Man, so I don't think we disagree on the reckless talking shit.
We live?
Yeah, we live.
Yep, it's booting up.
Yeah, we good. We live.
Man.
Go ahead, Sean.
All right. So we're talking about this Russian vaccine. So we got the Lancet article.
Mm-hmm. What did it say?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down here and get to the business.
All right,
We'll be all day with the, reading it, and we don't want to take too long.
The Lancet give you a good summary on what is it?
Yeah, I'm just about to go into it.
Okay.
Evidence before this study. All right, so it's too long, huh? It's way too long.
Any summary in there?
There go the summary right there. Huh? We just started with that, but I'm saying it's gonna go all the way down, and then they're gonna talk about the findings. We just want to
No conclusion. Get you the conclusion. My fault.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh yeah, do that. The hell with the results. Give me the conclusion. I'm gonna tell you. The discussion. My fault.
All right, the findings of 2 open phase 1 and 2 non-randomized studies. Now this was non-randomized now. Studies of heterologous prime boost COVID-19 vaccine-based or recombinant adenoviral vectors, which is RAD26-S and RAD5-S. I wonder why they didn't say RAD25, like it says 26. Anyway, so that the vaccine safe will tolerate induces strong humoral and cellular immune responses in 100% of healthy participants. All reported adverse events were mostly mild. The most common systemic and local reactions were pain at the injection site, hypothermia, body temperatures between 37 and 38 degrees Celsius, headache, asthma. What is that word? Asthenia.
Don't say asthma.
Don't say asthma. And muscle and joint pain. Yeah, you can't say that. Vaccine causes asthma. Which are typical for vaccines based on recombinant viral vectors. No serious adverse events were reported during the study. In general, the adverse event profile did not differ from those reported in published work for the other vector-based vaccines. The incidence of adverse events in our studies was slightly lower than in other works. A comparative clinical study with other vaccines is needed to confirm these findings. In preclinical studies of vaccines, unpublished data, robust humoral and cellular immune responses were elicited in non-human primates, providing protection from SARS-CoV-2 infection. The vaccine showed 100% protectivity. I would like to see that in real time. In a lethal model of SARS-CoV-2 challenge in immunosuppressed hamsters. Okay. No antibody-dependent enhancements of infection was seen in vaccinated and SARS-CoV-2 challenged animals. In general, titers of neutralizing antibodies to SARS-CoV-2 were lower than those reported in studies of vaccines based on mRNA and ChAdOx1. In our study, we used a high dose of virus, 100 TCID50 and a small amount of the serum, 50 UL serum and 50 UL of virus. Whereas in studies of other vaccines, doses of 58 to 70 TCID50 and large amount of serum were used for analysis. Despite the fact that research results cannot be compared with each other, in this case, we can make a comparison between titers of neutralizing antibodies in vaccinated volunteers and in convalescent plasma. We show
thing on it.
Huh?
I don't see a pointer on it. Oh, you're right there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I ain't using no pointer. We showed volunteers who received the heterologous RAD26 and RAD5 vaccine elicited the same tetri of SARS-CoV-2 neutralizing antibodies as people who had recovered from COVID-19. It says, according to our protocol, the T-cell response in healthy adult volunteers after vaccination was to be assessed using 2 methods. First, by measuring percentages of proliferating CD4 and CD8 T, CD3 cells in response to an antigenic re-stimulation in culture. Second, by measuring the interferon Y in culture medium produced by peripheral blood mononuclear cells. Interferon Y is a marker cytokine of T helper 1 biased cellular response towards vaccination and high rates of antigen-specific CD8 T cells, generally composed of potentation of T helper 1 polarization. We understand that the results obtained from both assesses could indirectly characterize the T helper 1 response in the phase 3 clinical trial. We will supplement our research methods with more focus on T helper 1 and T helper 2 polarization. Skipping all that and going on, and then it goes down, but it really doesn't give us real data because it was, non-controlled.
Man.
And then it says here, though, the phase 3 clinical trial is planned with the involvement of 40,000 volunteers from different age and risk groups. The phase 3 clinical trial will be undertaken with constant monitoring of the condition of volunteers through the online application. And each dose of vaccine will have its own QR code, which will be assigned to the volunteer. And the Russians have not provided any more data outside of this. So
go up. What damn? Oh, you should just read a damn conclusion, yo. How we do that? Go up. Yeah, why wouldn't I just read that? Up.
Right here. Yeah. In conclusion, these data collectively show that the heterologous vaccine based on RAD26S and RAD5 is safe, will tolerate, and does not cause serious adverse events in healthy adult volunteers. The vaccine is highly immunogenic and induces strong humoral and cellular immune responses in 100% of healthy adult volunteers, with antibody titers in vaccinated participants higher than those in convalescent plasma. Unprecedented measures have been taken to develop the COVID-19 vaccine in Russia. Based on our own experience in developing vaccines against Ebola virus disease and MERS, the COVID-19 vaccine has been developed in short time. Please, huh?
You ain't read the unprecedented measures have been taken to develop the COVID vaccine in Russia.
I just said that.
Yeah, you did go. So what you think? So hold on. So what we reading? What you saying? I thought you said it ain't working.
Man, how do we know it's working? This was a non-control, right?
Yeah, it wasn't double, but it wasn't a serious shit.
Right. So we need to double blind.
They need a double blind. That's why they so quick.
Right. Now, just for the listening audience, if y'all don't understand what I'm talking about, the double blind gives us the ability to see if the placebo, if people are reacting to the virus or the placebo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's important.
You breaking up?
Oh, dang. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, that's important. That double blind shit. That's the whole thing.
Because we then can weigh the evidence and say, okay, we gave 36 people the placebo, and then we gave 36 people the vaccine, and then at the end result, the 36 we gave the placebo still continue to show such and such signs of having X, Y, and Z, while the people we gave this to did not have that, and none experienced any adverse effects, and so on and so forth. Those would be positive results. But if the people with the placebo have the same response as the people who got the vaccine, then we know the vaccine really ain't did nothing.
Correct. It's just a natural shit. All right, where you at, Haskell? Yeah, I wouldn't. I ain't going rushing on the vaccine.
Yo.
I ain't dealing with that Russia.
Be the Russian nor the Chinese. What's up, Haskell? What's good, bro?
Ain't not much, man. Checking in with y'all boys, man. How y'all doing on this Saturday night?
You doing good. Appreciate you coming through, man. What's up?
Man, ain't nothing too much, man. I don't really got no pressure for y'all tonight, man. Keeping it real smooth, you know.
Appreciate that.
I was actually agreeing with you on that Trump point, you know, to say like, you know, Trump as one person ain't got no unilateral power like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when he was saying, I'm gonna make the Mexicans pay for the wall. Like anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody can know that's just a nigga that's talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like You feel me?
Yeah,
And then the other thing too, that's confusing. If he's saying the virus is a hoax, then how is you advocating for the vaccine? How that makes sense?
right. He's just talking shit.
You know what I'm saying? He just talking shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I ain't think about it taking seriously. Sean explained eloquently that Americans don't have to think of that motherfucker. Yeah, like I'm thinking, damn, y'all know how this shit runs. Right. But so that's, Haskell, come on, man. That's what I'm thinking. But they saying that's not. I get it's not responsible, but you got to be a thinking human being too. Like, damn, you mean you sit there in echo chamber of the damn president? Like I guess so. I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
Yeah, because them states could implement what they want anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like New York, like their response to the pandemic. Cuomo, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going for what Trump said.
Nope, sure didn't.
Yeah, I think a lot of that where they act like Trump, like you said, is this czar or something.
Yeah,
A lot of that, like he a dictator or something. Like a lot of that to me is just theater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hype. Yeah, they say
it's more influence though, because if Trump says, if he backs it, right, then the public acceptance of another state implementing something, harmful or not, they're open to it because it was stamped by the president. See what I'm saying? If the president didn't stamp it and a state tried to implement, then the pushback can be more intense from the actual public. See what I'm saying? So that's why the impact of what he said is so. That's why it matters. That's why it's just so influential.
Atlanta did it. The mayor in Atlanta didn't listen to none of that.
She didn't have to listen because Governor Kemp made a list to do what he wanted her to do. Like she wanted to do something totally different.
And she did, didn't she?
But he did overrule her.
Kemp shut that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kemp is Republican, so
as a mayor.
The reason we reopened when we did was Kemp, not Keisha Bottoms. She didn't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, people dropping dead left and right in Atlanta, Sosa.
Nah. I mean, it's still high. I mean, the death rate is going to be what the death rate's always been. I mean, so
okay, because y'all been open for a minute.
We still ain't. We open.
There you
but
go.
We ain't open. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
open, yo. Where you at?
Shit, Magic City open. Shit, it don't get no more open than that.
But it's like right now you go to the restaurant. Like right now, Popeye just opened up the interior. That wasn't the case a few weeks ago. See what I'm saying? That's how
okay.
McDonald's just opened up the interior. See what I'm saying? Like these things are the strip club's been a strip club. That's how hey, it is what it is.
Come on, McDonald's, because that is definitely a key. What they call it, yo?
What?
When those women there are definitely essential workers.
Yeah, damn right. Damn right. People need that. You know, they keep the public mind right. You know what I'm saying? Relax.
Oh, Lord.
They're essential workers or not.
And they wear masks. You know what I'm talking
about? The strippers wear masks?
The hand sanitizer on for you. Don't touch.
So hold on, you can still get a lap dance, Sosa?
Yeah.
So what the hell is the point of the mask? The whole rubbing all up? Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
Nobody expects a strip club to be scientifically literate. All right, so you know what I'm saying? Like you can't hold the same standard as Popeye's chicken. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, they already high risk workers. You feel me?
So Sosa being Blue Flame trying to teach the hoes by evolution.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Oh man. So yeah, at the end of the day, man, do I think I don't think it's responsible leadership to just tweet out shit. I don't think that at all. I don't. But I got no sense to know he only gets to do but so much. And then you got on serious issues, the Democrats shut shit down. So who got the House? Democrats and Republicans? Why y'all? Huh?
Pelosi in charge.
Democrats.
So then what are we really talking about here? So at the end of the day, the Democrats got to sign off. They got to get enough votes to sign off on key shit, like key shit. That's all I'm saying. You're like, come on, man. We're not just sitting in elementary school.
Yeah, like that stimulus thing. Like if Trump was like the man like that, he would just.
He gave us the money.
He ain't trying to take credit for it until the people get the check. He held the money up because he wanted his signature on it.
He didn't hold the money up, did he?
Man, he wanted his name on the checks that people got, yo.
Then he said he'll make they'll decide after the election, right? He's like, wait.
Yeah. He said wait after he's president before you agree.
After our president deal, well, we can talk about that. But if I ain't here, I can't help you. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't lying, yo.
God, get rid of his ass.
Trump put his name on those checks.
Oh man, he wanted his name on that. Is that why they ain't? I mean, so you mean they?
No, hold on. Let me source up.
I mean, that's the reason why we get our money yet.
Nah, we got the money that we got. The people who got the money first, they got that, but it came with Trump name on it, yo. Look, an unprecedented move. Treasury orders Trump's name printed on stimulus checks, yo.
Yeah, that's some old shit. What's wrong with that?
The unprecedented decision finalized late Monday means that when recipients open the $1,200 paper checks from the IRS scheduled to begin and send out to 70 million Americans coming to President Donald J. Trump will appear on the left side of the payment.
That's slick. My man, he want to be slick. All right.
Man want his name on the check, yo.
You saying
I'm buying your vote, yo. I'm buying your vote. It costs you $1,200.
Yeah, like
I don't care if you 5 months behind on your rent because you lost your job, yo.
Yeah, we can
talk about I gave you that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the election. Like I said, I can look out, but I mean, if I ain't here, hey, I can only do so much. That's all I'm saying.
Let me get this thing. Be mad because he wants to be open, but yet we talking shit about people out of work, no jobs. Well, you can't have both ways. That's why this whole thing is difficult. And I think we just brushing it off on just being Republicans or Democrats. And I'm saying that I understand the severity of the situation. I've been listening to it from day one. I heard scientists say, no, it was Michael Sherman. Where you at, Kent? Kent gone. Michael Sherman said, he said, man, look, at the end of the day, they're gonna have to make a decision. You can't keep it closed. He said that. So I think the other guys, since Sean let me say the Democrats, the other guys, I think they would have kept it closed longer and we'd have been done. But y'all, we'll say y'all.
I think they would probably err more on the side of caution, but they could have also, but they may have also increased stimulus. I can't say what they would have did with that, but based on how they spoke, I think they may have erred. They was going to err on the side of caution more than Trump did.
So that could have crippled us, right?
It could have.
All right. Okay. Now we thinking. Now we working together. Now we back family. Thank you. God Almighty. Sean, what do you say? What said you?
What I say about that?
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say about that.
I plead the fifth. I have fifth.
Plead the 50.
Yeah,
get off the game. CK, get off the game. Go ahead. How about you, Haskell? What do you think the Democrats would have did?
Yeah, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference because like I said, it's the states and the municipalities. They make, they're responsible for making those decisions anyway.
No. I mean, you think they would have opened it up sooner or kept it closed longer?
Meaning, if we had a Democratic president, is that's the question?
If the Democrats was in power, would they have kept us closed on? Because they talking shit like they would have. Do you think they could have stuck with it?
Just look at my screen, Unc.
Okay, what's that about? What's that?
Trump says he has total authority to reopen states.
Right. That's like a recommendation, but ultimately, if a governor of a state doesn't want to reopen, Trump can't make them reopen.
No, that's why I told you about the marijuana being illegal by the feds. Trump is the feds. He worked for the federal government. Not
So
he's got the individual shit.
So yeah, I think it like most of the Republican states are the ones that open up earlier. The ones that have a Republican governor, like here in Florida, like we fully open.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, yeah.
And they numbers ain't no more high than nowhere else to stay closed longer. Am I right or wrong on that?
Huh?
Is it different in numbers? Georgia opened up pretty quick and their numbers is good. Well, they was before this new outbreak. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, it flip flop for Georgia though. I mean, in the beginning.
Georgia's been cool.
Yeah, Georgia's cool. Y'all looking all right. I promise you, yo. So that's
Texas had a setback though. They had to dial. They went in hard, then they had to dial it back.
Yeah, man, they about to get Scarface need a whole new kidney, man. Find these fools, bro.
There you go again.
Real. They had 900,000 cases. They had 900,000 cases, 17,000 deaths.
Let's do this for a minute. If you was in charge, we're gonna go down.
If I was in charge,
yeah, if you was in charge, what based off of what you know, right?
Masks will be mandatory. Social distancing will be mandatory. Essential jobs are still being full effect. Okay. I mean, controlling the crowd would be, those plans. Like, certain jobs only having 6 people in there at a time. You know what I mean? Or 10 people. I think some places have 10 people. Restaurants. I wouldn't even have them jokers inside. Everything got to be curbside or, curbside service. Pull up. We're going to cook your meal just like you was about to get it in here. I mean, there's ways that we actually can still do business and be beneficial. Seeing it from the outside in, just basically working from home. Like I'm still doing the same thing as I would have did if I was in the building. Even though my title a little bit different, but you got people that clean up and haul off stuff and trash and all of those things that kind of hinders them, housekeeping business and hotel business and all of that. So you don't have that, but I mean, you're gonna have some wins and you're gonna have some losses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just gotta promote more wins than losses.
All right. Okay, so how about you, Sosa? What would you do?
I mean, same thing Sean said. I'd have rolled out the same way. I like the way Georgia relaxed on some of the laws. Like as far as they started people that wanted alcohol from spots. They allowed delivery drivers to deliver alcohol in cups from certain, you know what I'm saying, from other places of business who had liquor license and stuff like that. I mean, I think there's lots of ways we could have worked around the essential stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I think with the whole the whole delivery thing and the large amount of essential things, I think that would have created a vacuum for the people who were out of work to slide into those positions and still earn an income if necessary to offset the losses. But then you would have the stimulus checks and then so forth, so on. So I would have went like that.
Okay. How about you, Haskell?
Oh man, you sure you want me to answer that?
Yeah. We all.
Yeah, y'all.
You go ahead.
Yeah,
y'all know my answer already, man. I don't want to.
always fun to hear no answer.
I'm trying not to be controversial tonight, man. I want to be
He
smooth.
wouldn't be you, Haskell. He wouldn't be you. But like I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that real thing. Hear that real thing, man.
No, I want to be smooth tonight, bro. But y'all know. Y'all know my position already. So
No, how would you handle it? Be opening and closing. How would you?
I'd have just listen. Go back to living life. You know.
Ignored it?
That's it. Go back to living life, man.
Fucking
Haskell like what virus? Serial.
I didn't expect you to say that, yo. God damn.
I get 15 on 10. Like he ain't trying to hit none of that.
Look, what I like to say. Where you at, CK? Where you at? Calling you away from Game of Thrones, CK. Okay, so what? Now, all y'all answers are really null and void because in hindsight, y'all looking at it. Meaning, y'all see what it is and y'all make a decision off of based on what it is right now. That's real. And Haskell, seeing what it is, he is crazy for the way he said it. Everybody just go. Now that'd have been, they'd have lynched you, Haskell, if you'd have been the president. They'd have came and got you out the White House, bro.
Oh yeah, they'd have whacked me.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to save you, bro. Like,
yeah, I'd have got whacked, bro.
Yeah, you've been whacking. You'd have been you done. You couldn't have made it through. You wouldn't have. But
yeah, you know what I would do though? I probably would have got scientists who have a divergent opinion from the consensus.
Okay.
And have them present their arguments as to why, they take the position that, the position that I agree with, that viruses don't, has never been demonstrated to exist, and have like a public debate. So it'd be like a Fauci versus maybe like a Stefan Lank or something like that. And Robert Redfield, the CDC guy versus, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like a debate type of thing. And then have the public kind of hash out who, in their estimation, made the strongest arguments.
Dang, Haskell, I didn't think he was going that route with it when you was like,
he don't believe viruses are real.
Yeah, I forgot for Haskell in the past. Like, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, hold on now. The reality is your hospitals would have been overflowing. People would have been dying. The old folks home, they stacking by all that shit.
You don't think so?
You don't think so?
You don't think the virus is real?
No, looking back, we seen that's what it was. These people really died.
Was it Haskell? That's Haskell. That's what.
Well, this is what I would say to that, right? If we deal with science you guys deal with science on this channel, right? Mathematics, numbers, right? I would say go to the CDC website and look at their provisional numbers. And then apart from that, I want to say it's about 8-week explosion when the pandemic was initially declared, right? There was an 8-week explosion where there was just a huge amount of death and hospitalization, particularly in New York State, New York City, and New Jersey. After that, is basically tapered off to virtually nothing. So this is what I would say. Compare the last 5 years, the amount of deaths from all causes, right? Compare it to 2020, and then see if the excess amount of deaths verify there being some sort of new phenomena going on. That would be the scientific approach.
In the middle of a pandemic, yo, you can't do all that.
No, actually, you know what, for me, in crisis, that's when you got to be the most scientific.
You may have debates over whether it's real when everybody dying. Why is these people just showing up dying, nigga?
I'm just saying, all I'm saying is slow it down and do the science, like how you would do in any other instance. I think that's fair.
Viruses
but
are billions of
listen,
years old, yo.
what about this though? Wouldn't you think the linchpin would be in the
Hey,
past
let Roster
5
in.
years?
Chatty Patty in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
past 5 years, right? Normally, when you go to the hospital, it's pretty consistent. They had a bed for you, right?
Right.
And for a long period of time, there were people that didn't have spots available, right? And you hadn't seen nothing like this, at least in our lifetime, right? So wouldn't that be a linchpin to say, okay, maybe it's a new phenomenon going on that's very, very serious?
Yeah.
I guess so. For me though, that would be more on the anecdotal side. To me, it's about numbers, like the large numbers, right? So right now we're up to what, 200 and some thousand? They saying dead,
In America, bro, more than any
right?
Earth.
In America, yeah, I'm limited to it. I'm limiting it to America right now. Compared to 2019, 2018, 2017, where does that stack up? How many people up to
200,000 people dead.
no, they're saying 200,000 dead specifically from COVID.
No, I'm
But
saying
if
it's an extra. Listen, if you go back to last year, this is an extra 200,000 people died. Do you get my point? This is
no, that's not correct.
oh, that is correct.
No. It's not 214 excess deaths
Really?
compared to 2019. No, that's not what that is.
It is some extra 200,000 people dead. You know?
All right, hold on. I'll go to the CDC website right now.
He's telling you that an additional 200,000 deaths have occurred based on the virus, yo.
Right, man. Come on.
Yeah, but he just
No, that's
said he don't
incorrect,
believe the
Sean.
virus is real. So why they're killing these people?
He don't think that the virus is real, so he's just saying the same people die every year.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to say? The same amount of people die every year, yo. That ain't true.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but you know what, God? There's a way to falsify what I'm saying, though. That's all I'm saying. You could falsify this.
We just
Yeah,
did.
man. We just did.
Huh?
We just did.
No, y'all, come on now. You guys are the science guys. You know that's not how that's done.
You don't feel like no more. We saying the extra 200,000 people.
I'm a steal Sean word methodology. What's your
To me, ask you, Haskell, have you seen, have you done that and come to the conclusion that there has been no shift?
Yeah, I have.
And then how do you?
It's oblivious.
Yeah, how do you get five? How do you account for other factors? How do you eliminate? You see what I'm saying? Other errors that would other things that would cause the numbers to be different in certain, what 5 years would you pick? You know what I'm saying?
I'll probably just go, the 5 years preceding 2020. Yeah, that's what I would go with.
You see the difficulty though, because if you take every 5 years ain't gonna be right, and even depending on starting point may shift it. You know what I'm saying? If you start from the pandemic to 5 years now, or 5 years, you know what I'm saying? Because every 5 years is not going to have the same type of number.
Right. No, you're gonna, of course, you're gonna have variation, but you're gonna have a mean. You know what I'm saying? You take the mean of that variation and make an assessment that way. Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, guys. I'm gonna share the CDC website that has the death tallies and everything, if that's okay.
That's okay.
All right, hold on.
We're watching there, brother.
Look, it says we're around 285,000 deaths from direct and indirect causes.
Better not let Wuja hear you saying this. Wuja go
Oh man, on. I hope Wuja don't get on tonight, man. He gonna dig in.
Get on you, boy.
Wuja gonna be on me, boy. All right, y'all can see my screen?
Yeah, because you're going back to the same argument you already got beat up on.
That's fine. I could take another beating. It's all good.
That's fair.
All right, y'all can see my screen.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so here we go. It says week ending date in which the death occurred, right? So this is up to, see how recent this is, October 17th,
Okay.
as of October 17th, right? So here we have the totals up here. So all deaths, including COVID-19, their tally as of October 17th is 209,568, right? Then the next column over, you have your death from all causes, right? So that's close to 2.3 million. The third column here, you have percent of expected deaths, right? So here you have 112, right, which represents 112%. So in other words, so far to this point, we are at a 12% increase in overall deaths compared to, what period are they comparing that to? I think they have it up here. Deaths involving coronavirus disease, 2019, You know what? I don't want to bore anybody. I'm not sure.
You ain't boring us. You killing yourself right now. I'm appreciating you kill yourself. You just gave us 100. What you 112%?
No. 112% meaning there's a 12% increase.
Yeah.
So if it were 100%, that would mean the total amount of deaths are the same as they've always been, right? So according to this chart here, this tally here, it's saying right now we're at a 12% increase.
But
that makes sense?
12% could account for that excess death.
Say it again.
12% could account for that excess death.
Right. No, that's what it's exactly what it's saying. It's saying there's a 12% overall excess in death this year, or since the beginning of the COVID, compared to a previous time.
So what's causing that 12% increase?
All right, hold on here. I wanted to show something else here.
He asked you a question.
In my opinion, it's the policies that were enacted right around the time when the pandemic was decreed.
But
Particularly,
fake.
Huh?
I thought the virus was fake.
Yeah, it is. But if you're cutting back,
additional deaths.
Say again.
Okay, what he just asked you was what's causing the additional deaths, and then you said,
Right, and I'm answering the question, right? Because particularly in the tri-state, the measures that they implemented in hospitals, for example, a lot of the seniors were, instead of being treated, they were sent to go live in care homes, right? Even though they were diagnosed with the disease, right? Now, of course, I don't subscribe to that. However, if typically someone who would have been sick would have been in hospital receiving treatment, and you're just sending them out there in the wild, they're not getting that treatment, that's adding to the numbers. Okay. Another thing that happened is a lot of folks with certain terminal diseases like cancer, a lot of them weren't getting treated because once they get diagnosed with the like I had a friend this happened to, once you get diagnosed with COVID-19, they have to quarantine you. You're not allowed to be in the cancer ward with the other patients. So the type of care that you would typically receive is not the same. So I believe that 12% excess, again, is accounted for because of the particular measures in response to COVID-19 rather than a virus.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, that 12% is basically malpractice.
Yeah, pretty much. That's my theory.
Okay. I just want you to know that you said something about the people that they send to the care homes in the tri-state area.
Right.
That's kind of a false information. Um, the people that they didn't send them to the care home, they send them back to the care homes. So it's people that contracted COVID in the homes and they send them to the hospital. They realize that they couldn't treat them, they send them back to the care homes. So it's not like a situation where you walking off the street to the hospital and they realize they can't treat you and they send you to a care home. That was not the case. It was
Right.
people, yeah, it was people that were already in homes that they sent to the hospital and they send them back to the homes.
Yeah. The bigger point I wanted to make about that 12% increase, though, if you do the math, there is a big time discrepancy between the numbers that they're saying is attributed to COVID-19. It doesn't add up to 12%. So in other words, in that same CDC table I just showed you guys, 204,000 deaths are attributed to COVID-19, right? However, the excess is only 12%. If you do the math, that 12% excess is way under 204,000, whatever that 200 and whatever thousand number that I showed you. Do you understand the argument that I'm making?
No, I don't think you do, but go ahead.
All right. So for example, let's say they said 2 million people died of all causes in 2018, right? They're saying now in this same time, right, in 2020, in the same span of time, months, right? 2 million, and what would 12% of 2 million be, guys? Real quick. Let's see, 10% would be what, 200,000?
Yeah.
So let's say they're saying now in this time, 2.2 million people have died, right? So that would be overall increase of 200,000 compared to 2018.
Yeah. So the numbers wouldn't be wrong then, would it? Because 400,000, that's roughly where we are now.
Hold on, let me get myself together, because I had this written down somewhere. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all go ahead. I'm freestyling. I had this written down. Let's see if I could find it.
Yo came up with his own form of wow. Boy, you
He's
crazy.
deep into it. It's like,
Yo, you was deep. No way fast with that. Yeah. That was funny, yo.
you
with
know
no
what?
lab,
You know what? I give him.
samples,
I actually give him
not working in
points
the hospitals.
for actually taking the time to do all this research. But he's going down a rabbit hole, and I don't think he realized that. But
No, not at all. You don't need a lab to number crunch to just do, mathematics.
no,
So let me get this. Do you really think CDC?
You real low, Aunt.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna mute.
Now we could hear you just low.
What is that noise right there? Hold on, Ross. I had to mute you out, Ross. Hold on. So the CDC, you're telling us that the CDC posts the amount of deaths based off of COVID-19, right? And you're saying that they don't know that this shit is funny data? So they actually posted something telling on themselves. That's what you're basically saying. Because you saying them numbers, they ain't right. That ain't right. But they saying it is. You reading it, misinterpreted, saying that CDC is admitting that ain't nobody dying from the COVID-19. That's what you're saying, right, Haskell?
Well, no, I mean they gotta post, the numbers are the numbers. Yeah, there's no way to fudge death. There isn't such thing as being like partly dead. So the numbers are the numbers. There isn't any way for them to really fake that.
Yes, they can. It's easy just to say 1,000 people die from coronavirus. That's the easy way to do it. Just change the whole narrative. Why they gotta put the math? The math clearly shows that 200,000 people have died so far. And so you saying globally, it's a global conspiracy to act like the shit is real? Dang. That's a good one right there, bro.
I mean, you don't need all actors to be in on a conspiracy. I mean, people conspire every day. Like in organizations, typically, if you're on the lower end of the organization, you don't really know what's going on in the in the upper echelon of the organization. It's compartmentalization, right? Like, who's a coordinating body for this global pandemic? It is a one particular body. I mean, we agree on that, right?
Yeah. So you
Who
basically
that is? Who you talking about?
You just said it, CK.
CK woke up on that. CK,
Yeah, you just
Yeah, man, I was doing too much, man. I got the cleaning. I'm making something to eat.
yeah, he said nobody died from the COVID-19.
But I don't know who you talking about.
you just said it, CK. You said who?
I mean, you do know that other countries have their own, version of who.
You probably mean
that.
no, they don't. I think you mean the CDC.
Basically,
CK.
you know what the fuck I meant. They have their own. They have their own like health agencies in their own countries. Like they have their own scientists too.
Right, absolutely. But what I'm saying is, Ank's question is, how could everybody kind of be on the same page and so coordinated? Are you saying this is like some sort of global conspiracy? And my answer to that is you have a particular body, because like the WHO has 184 countries as signatories to its charter, right? And if you read the charter is basically an agreement between all these countries to centralize public health, right? To basically say, hey, it doesn't make sense we all have these kind of disparate ways of doing things. This body, everybody is kind of, every country who's signed on agrees to kind of go by the guidelines of this body. You get what I'm saying? So that's where the coordination comes in at.
Yeah, you gotta stop, man. You trying hard. Country, little country, small country, African countries, South America.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, if you signed to the charter, you agreed to do that. The only country that I've seen that I can think of who's gone rogue and who's basically said, screw you is Tanzania with Magufuli. He's the only one I see showing any agency. He's
here with the hydrochloroquine. That guy. Am I saying it right?
I don't. Was he pushing hydrochloroquine? I think he might have. Magufuli, Tanzania. I think he was pushing. I know he was talking big about that. What was that thing that they had in? What was that African country that said they had this miracle cure?
Yeah, he's crazy.
What was that freaking country, man?
What are we talking about now?
You remember that African country, CK, that said they had like this miracle cure?
Oh yeah, that was Tanzania.
No, it wasn't Tanzania.
No, Madagascar. My mistake.
Madagascar. There you go.
The shit didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work, bro. Your homeboy didn't do it.
Man, I have the article, son. Do you want the sources? The shit didn't work. A gang of political people got sick and some died. Like, yo, it don't work.
No, I wasn't touting it, CK. I wasn't.
That's dangerous, yo. Like, people are dealing with a highly contagious disease that's airborne, and you telling them to take some plants, like everything's gonna be okay. I mean, at least they were giving it to people for free, so they weren't exploiting them that way. Well, let me rephrase that. They probably gave it to some people, like just their country. I don't know if they probably sold it elsewhere, but yikes.
Yeah, I wasn't touting it. You know, going back to Ank's question is, how is all this? How is there so much coordination globally? Is everybody in on some sort of conspiracy? And my answer to that is the WHO is that coordinating body, and everybody, you know, follows that charter. Like that's the agreement.
Including China?
He said charter.
Including China?
Yeah, it's a charter, Ankh. It's a WHO charter. You can look it up.
The who?
He said
Yeah,
the WHO
the
charter.
World Health Organization
Right.
charter.
So they all act like they have it. Boy,
I believe China is a signatory. I'm not sure. I could look it up.
I can't even argue with you at 3. What time is it? Yeah, we got 5 more minutes on this one. I'm gonna let you have all that. Ain't no way in the world.
You got to realize that China, they were the first one to sequence. Well, of course, because it started over there. They were the first ones to sequence the genome, and they shared what they found with everyone else. And then, of course, you know, the shit was spreading. It was kind of too late, you know, by the time they let people know what was going on, because people had already been going in and out of China by the time they realized that, hey, you know, we got a problem.
Yeah, they ain't tell the World Health didn't tell everybody, did they? It was keeping it under wraps.
Yeah.
What was that?
Because they probably wanted to make sure that they had accurate information before they kind of
were slowing
came out. So China, they said something first. They were like, "Hey, you know, we got a problem." They were like, "Hey, you know, we got a problem, man."
Hey,
We weren't quite sure what was going on, but
don't panic. There's something.
Don't panic.
Yeah, don't close the borders.
Hey, anybody in the chat or on the panel good at math? I did this before, but I can't. I guess it's too late. But can anybody figure out? Because the deaths from all causes this year is 2.288 million as of right now, and that represents a 12% increase in overall expected deaths compared to whatever previous years that is.
Right, there's a reason. The reason for it. Yeah, there's a reason. Why is that?
No. My question I want to ask for any math whiz out there, because I could do this, but I gotta write it out. Like I gotta do the X over 100 and divide on both sides, and I ain't in the mood for that right now. But what I'm saying is that 12%. What would the previous year's total deaths be compared to 2.288 million? You get what I'm saying? So 2.288 million represents a 12% increase in overall deaths compared to a previous year or whatever. So what number is that number? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, damn, man, that number would be like 2.1 million or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. And then
you trying to put a square, how they say the square into a boy? You trying hard, yo. You gotta make it make sense to us. Make it make sense.
Yeah, man. Shit, bro. I wish I had wrote this shit down, man, because I made this argument to Wuja before, and he said that there was an explanation for the discrepancy. Like he said there, what did he say? He said the epidemiologist had an explanation. In other words, what it is that the numbers from there's a discrepancy between the numbers that they're saying is caused by COVID,
yeah,
and the actual overall excess deaths. Meaning, like the actual overall excess deaths, when you do the math, that 12% is like 40,000 less than 209,000.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So, why that discrepancy? What makes up for those 40,000? If they're saying COVID caused this, right? The numbers shouldn't be that big of a it shouldn't be that big of a discrepancy.
Well, it shouldn't be, huh? There's a formula, and I don't know I don't know why there's a discrepancy there, but there's a reason for it. And there's formulas they have to work that out. It's all in the math, and they not making it up, yo. People really fucked up out here in these streets. That's the truth. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the absolute. It's the truth because I know. My twin's uncle died, yo. He had the COVID. He was 70. He died. We know at least one person that I know of died for real from that. So why did he die from COVID? Yep, he had all the symptoms, the whole 9 yards, so he died, yo. Yep. So that's, I mean.
Yeah, Unc. I'm just trying to look at it from a scientific perspective, how y'all normally do, because I had people who they've said that I know that they said die from COVID, but you know, in any other instance, we'd be saying like, like if I was to say, oh, this person died from a vaccine, you'd be saying, okay, what's the proof? Well, they got a vaccine and then they died. Well, that's not good enough. You get what I'm saying? Like what is there got to be a method behind that.
Yeah, it's called diagnosis. They end up taking your tests and they know what the virus, but you think it ain't no virus, so you're undefeated. I get it. You're just undefeated on that. Until you get fucked up, then you be like, oh shit. You come back on here saying, man, you know what? That shit was real. Yeah, I mean, so I ain't hoping you to get sick at all, but it is what it is. All right, man, it's 12 o'clock, man. We out of here, man. Anybody got any closing statements to say, anybody? I didn't get a chance to do the presentation I had. Dang, but I had you out there. Where you at?
I will go ahead and do it real quick, huh?
Where you at, Rasta? Where you at? Rasta.
I'm here.
Yeah, I heard you still going all over the cars, or you good?
I didn't hear you.
I said you still going all over the cars, or you good?
I wasn't saying there's no water. you mistaken what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's no water. I never said that.
I said all over.
All over?
Yeah.
You mean like everywhere?
Everywhere. That's what I'm saying.
Well, there's water a lot of places, but not everywhere.
Oh shit. Boy, if I can get the daggone presentation, I can't get the presentation up. But you lucky. Let me see, is this it? What is that noise, yo? You in space?
Noise on my end?
Like you're in space, yo.
What does Haskell think about that?
Think about that, Haskell. I can't get the presentation over there.
About what, bro?
About water all over the universe.
I'm not versed on that. I'm not sure what that's about. Well, they've made a recent discovery that there's water like on other planets or whatever.
Not recent. It's always been around the information that there water out there in the universe. It's just that we were having a discussion about how much of it there is out there.
It's abundant.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Because I know I've heard of that. There are planets, that have water on it. I have heard that, but Ankh is saying it's like abundant.
Yeah. Come in 3 forms, I know that, right?
You went low again, Ankh.
Come in 3 forms. Yeah, it come in 3 forms. You know it. Solid, liquid, gas.
Right.
Yeah, everywhere. You got water on the sun. Anybody dispute that? Roster? You dispute that?
On the sun?
Yeah. Anybody,
Okay, break that down for me. How does that work?
anybody want to get beat up? 5,490 degrees steam on the sun. There's water around nebulas. We know what nebulas are. They're nurseries for stars. So stars, there's water. There's water in some massive black holes at the center of some galaxies. There's water. There's water on moons. There's water on planets.
The stuff about the black hole. No, I said the stuff about the black hole. I didn't know about that until you brought it out a couple of weeks ago. But I know that there's water in nebulas and stuff like that.
Is that water like our water, Uncle? Like what you and I remember one time you and X was going at it about this heavy water and all that.
H2O.
Oh, straight up H2O. Okay.
Yeah. Why can't I put my dag on?
Yeah, I was actually waiting on that, man.
What, the presentation?
Yeah.
I am. I'm trying to figure out what the hell. Damn.
And y'all got to do a better job getting people over because you had 69,000 on the Real Black Atheist, but they ain't come over.
No.
Hold on, am I on the wrong thing? Maybe. Hold on. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong thing, y'all. I'm tripping.
What you on?
I'm on the YouTube. I'm on Real Black Atheist. I saw only 5 people in the chat.
Yeah, you over there bugged out. He's bugged out. If I can get the daggone presentation over here, man. Shit. Damn, I can't even get it. How the hell can I get it? It's supposed to pop up in my daggone thing, but it didn't. And so I can't get the daggone thing up, yo. Damn, man, that's terrible, man. This is
You can't look it up online, huh?
What my yeah, but that ain't how I wanted to give it to y'all. Yo. I had this shit put together for real, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see something here. Nah, that ain't the one. Why does that one keep coming up? Did I mess it up? All right, let me do this. Cancel that. Get this, watch. We'll send a copy to apps. I'll send it to the Google.
Man, you supposed to have that memorized,
What? Nah, pictures. I got pictures and everything. Yo, some good shit for everybody. And what memorized? The source?
The whole presentation.
I do though. I do. I can start from Earth, where you know it's a solid, liquid, and gas. And then I was going to y'all out. I'm going to take you farther and farther out back to 11.5 billion years where they got water, where you see water. And so the question is, how in the hell do they see they fall back? All right. That's the question. How do they see they way back?
And you supposed to do like polite, bro. Polite come off the top, nigga.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start with gravitational.
Nah, polite be having his wife with them cue cards, bro. Y'all don't be fooled.
Yeah, I don't know how he do.
Oh, but he do got a good memory though, so.
Nah, that nigga got cue card. That nigga got a teleprompter roster.
Yeah, you can.
The nigga got a teleprompter. Don't be fooled.
Yeah, but I don't got no on the slides. I ain't got no words on the slides. So I'm talking about it. I ain't got no words on the slides. Yeah, I'm thinking home. I'm getting it right now. 1 second. 1 second. Y'all familiar with gravitational lensing? Y'all know what that is, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Nope, I don't know what that is.
And we talked about masons last time. So water creates it. Did y'all know water creates its own laser, right? Y'all know that?
I don't know what you mean by that.
They create their own lasers. It's called a laser, water laser. That's a laser. Light. Very luminescent. Let me see. Hold on, I'm down this right now.
What gravitational lensing is, but not.
Yeah.
I said I know what gravitational lensing is, but not laser, water laser. I don't know what.
So first of all, gravitational lensing. So you take a telescope and you look at the large heavenly bodies, like say galaxies. It allows you to see behind them like a daggone telescope, and it makes it bigger based off of the gravitation. It bends the light, and it allows you to see farther than just using a telescope. So you look through galaxies, and on the other side of those galaxies, it shows up other heavenly bodies. It allows you to see farther back in time. And doing this technique using nature, because nature, you know what I'm saying, is incredible. They see back to at least 11.5 billion years, and they see those signatures of water. Come on now. All right, let's see. Yeah, why does it keep? Man. It's not no fun, yo. No, I don't know why. Damn, this is crazy right here, yo. Bunch of malarkey, man.
I thought you were gonna come on last week because I was doing some reading on that too, but you got me over there listening to Sonetta. Sonetta got people on talking about possession and shit like that. Yeah, he talking about people getting possessed and demons and that's what they got going on over there now.
Yeah. Was it good?
If you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he talking about Nepal. Yeah, I think Nepal from the Zaza Ali Sonetta. She from the Professor Griff, that boy.
Yo, you crazy, yo. That's crazy. Y'all said he about the Professor Griffin. Oh, man.
Yeah, y'all look out for Sonetta, man.
Man, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, Nepal damn succubi, boy. Yeah, that's a chick you gotta be careful with, boy.
Why? Because she believe in that demon.
Nah, I'm saying a chick like that'll have you losing yourself. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
You ain't careful.
Right, man. You ain't just doing it. Talking about asking. What do you mean? That's a direct question, Haskell.
Oh, say that again. I ain't hear you.
I said, that's a married man, yo. He ain't losing himself. He a married man, yo.
What you mean? He trying to get his Hebrew polygamy on.
But he ain't say that.
Yeah, he did. Sonetta trying to get his King Solomon on, man.
He ain't say that, man. What you
I don't know nothing about.
You say any damn thing, yo. No, him man ain't say that.
Nah, he actually did. He did do a little live talking about you know what? I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, why are you looking for that, Unc? I got my math together.
What you trying to say?
Yeah, I had to get up and go get some paper and pen.
That everybody's on the same page of making it up. Damn.
Hold on now. I'm just gonna give you the numbers now. Hold on. All right. So according to that CDC table I showed y'all, it's 112% more excess deaths at this time period overall from all deaths compared to whatever previous time period they're comparing it to, right? So we 100 there. As of right now, the CDC number as of October 17th, the total amount of deaths is at 2,288,187, which represents a 12% increase from whatever previous time period, whatever previous year. So I just simply did 112% of what number equals 2.288 million, right? Simple equation, 112 over 100 times X equals 2.288 million. Divide both sides by 100 over 12, blah, blah, blah. The number comes to 2,043,024, right? So that represents a 245,163 increased deaths from that previous period, whatever it is, compared to the time span of the pandemic. As of right now, the CDC, or as of 10/17, the CDC had the total number of deaths attributed to COVID-19 at 209,000.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we have a discrepancy of, what's 209 from 245? That's what, about 36,000?
36, yeah.
Yeah, about 36,000. Right? So there are 36,000 deaths that they're attributing to COVID-19. That's not explained by that 12%. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but they also say that the COVID number could be higher or lower than based on certain factors. Because like they're saying there are probably people that have died of COVID that they have not counted.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you got to remember Deborah Birx, who's the head of the White House task force. She got on national TV and said they're very liberal in how they count these deaths. So the idea that, you know, there's a bunch of dead people that's not being counted in the tally, I would say that the inverse would be true, considering that she was very candid in saying, if a person is even suspected to have COVID, or if you think, you can assume it, you get what I'm saying? That's COVID. Like, she said that.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. But say, for example, somebody died in a house somewhere. Nobody knows why they died. It could be COVID, but it also could not be. So, for the sake of for public health purposes, for counting the numbers, you can assume that it was COVID if you're doing it for for public health purposes, for counting the numbers, because you have to have the numbers to formulate a response as a government, right? So that's why they're saying the numbers is not high ironclad, even though they're saying 210,000. That's just those that they have confirmed that's COVID, but there can be other deaths that's COVID that they have not counted as COVID because of different circumstances.
Right. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a viable argument. You know. Yeah, but that was my argument though, Ankh. I don't know if that made sense to you or not.
Yeah, no. I did.
It didn't?
Nah, hell no. I was like, man, come on, man.
No, not if you agree on the form of the argument.
The form.
Yeah, meaning, all right. So my argument is, if there's this microscopic agent, a brand new thing, a new phenomena
Okay.
that's representing this existential threat, right? There should be a significant increase in excess deaths attributed to that virus. It shouldn't be no discrepancy. If anything, the number should be lopsided the other way. You get what I'm saying? If what we're being told is facts, like, yo, all right, for example, like when Herman Cain went to that thing, right? That rally, and he fell out. They said that's COVID, right?
Okay.
Me and Wuja had a discussion, and the basic argument is, okay, it isn't necessarily the COVID, it's the fact that the SARS-CoV-2 exacerbates already existing disease. You know what I'm saying? So if you already fucked up and that virus get up in you pretty much, you out of there. Right? So what I'm saying is, if that's the case, that discrepancy shouldn't exist, the one that I just pointed out. It shouldn't be a 36,000 difference in the amount of deaths they saying is caused by COVID and the total amount of excess deaths.
Says you. I got you, bro. You figured it out. You cracked the mystery.
You stupid, bro.
What do you want me to say to that, bro? That's brand new data. Yo, let me go over the data, yo. Damn, yo, I can't believe Haskell. He done made up. This nigga done passed everybody. Damn. At the same damn time. So let me do this, man. Water fills the universe. All right. And that's that statement we made 2 weeks ago. All right. Water reveals the universe. All right. We're going to remember this statement right here, that water actually reveals the universe. All right. So we live right here, this earth, right? We live near the triple point. They call this a triple point right there. See the triple point? Where there's solid, liquid, and gas. All right. Now this is different. Based off the pressure, you're going to get solid, liquid, and gas. All right. Meaning that it's going to freeze, or it's going to be a gas, all right, or it's going to be a liquid. So water on the sun. So right here, I just left Earth. Now I'm going to 8 light minutes away. How long does it take for light to travel in a minute? All right. So we're talking about distance. Remember, I was going to show you water all across the universe. So we're going to start with the sun right here. That's ultraviolet and that's visible. So these spots right here, there's water right here. And then at a temperature of 5,300 Fahrenheit. So of course it's not liquid. Of course it's not. Ice is going to be what, y'all? Gas. Water. The source for that is Wallace, 1995. All right, Europa. Oceans on Europa. Yeah, so now we just travel out a little bit farther. All right, and y'all see the oceans. You know, if you was on a plane, man, you look down on Earth, you'll see these patterns right here. That represents oceans. 40 light minutes away. All right, it's real simple. Source, NASA. All right, so we got geysers. We actually got liquid geysers shooting up, y'all. Let me get this pronunciation right. This is Enceladus. Enceladus, did I say that right? Enceladus. Enceladus. That's like a Greek name, ain't it? On Enceladus, you got geysers actually shooting up water. So this is 80 light minutes away. I'm going farther and farther. All right. Once again, water. So I'm showing you different structures with water on it. So now we're going to deal with the super Earth with liquid water, y'all. This is at 40 light years away, right? We're going to the structure GJ1214. Y'all can type this into your Google search. Now that's the sun. Now traveling in front of that sun, all right, is a planet. Oh, come on, man. Why is it not moving? Come on, man. It just froze up on me. Wow. Friday.
Pray to the Most High.
The Most High. Why did it do that, though? Why did it stop? Can I get out of that? It's just, I cannot believe that, yo. Damn. Really? This one was getting good, yo. Why did it do that?
I would close the whole thing down and bring it back up.
I'm gonna do it. Okay. Shit.
Close
All right. So
bazillion tabs.
I showed you the sun. Now let me show you GJ1214B. Now, size comparison of GJ1214B, all right, with Earth on the left. So see the size of Earth on the left and Neptune on the right. The actual color of GJ1214B is not yet known, but right in the center between Neptune and Earth, that's that structure right there with water on it. All right. So we're really actually talking about the inhabitable zone, and what I just identified was a planet in the inhabitable zone. Okay. All right. And so see that blue streak right there? All right. That's where planets where life could possibly be, and absolutely water. So you see the chart down there, habitable zone, possible extension of a habitable zone due to various uncertainties. So distance. So right here we got these different size suns. All right. The mass of the stars. See that? Vertical. You get higher, larger mass. The sun. Okay. As you go down, lower mass of the sun. You know the larger the sun, the brighter it shines. Am I correct? Then you got horizontal right here. That's distance going out. How far is it away? Okay. So this is inhabitable zone. I'm pretty sure you're heard of this before. That's from 20 to 40 light years away. All right. With these planets, will have water on it in these hospitable zones. All right. Okay. We're going out far in the universe, taking our time, just chilling, easy through the cosmos. So water emits a natural radio wave laser. We talked about this last week. All right. Who knew that water actually produces a laser? Water is a strange molecule. They call these masers. They shine bright and they can detect that. They can actually look through telescopes and see water based off of the laser that it emits. Water masers. So now we're going out far. Now we're 10,000 light years away. I'm taking us far out, and we're looking at nebula right here. Stellar nurseries in our galaxies, okay? Star formations, dust in the galactic plane. Source is NASA, all right? Using the Spitzer Space Telescope. Now, wherever we find these stellar nurseries, we find, y'all know what the drill is, water. So they're using these telescopes right here, the Green Bank Telescope. Okay, these are large telescopes. All right? Large telescopes that they use. But just using the telescope ain't enough, y'all, to take us on our little adventure out in the cosmos. Okay? 5 to 100 million light years away. These are some of the largest structures in the cosmos. Galaxies, okay? These are different galaxies in the cosmos, and what do they have in these different galaxies at 100 million light years away? Y'all guessed it, y'all. Bingo, water. Water is in all these galaxies, in these structures. Water. So we at about 100 million light years away. So I'm taking this far. I started on Earth showing you water, and I'm taking through these different structures. to show you that water is literally all over. So gravity, nature's imaging glass. Okay, so these little spots and stuff you see right here, these are actually galaxies, y'all. All right, and they use it for what? Gravitational lensing. So gravitational lensing. Now we 20 billion light years, okay? Nature's telescope. So there's Earth right there. Do you see the telescope? Okay. All right. Now you deflect the light off of the galaxies close to the line of sight, acts as gravitational lensing. The path of the undeflected light from a quasar, apparent path of light to Earth, okay? False imaging quasar, distant quasars, false imaging of quasars. But if you look at it as they go right there, the line of sight through that galaxy allows you to see this distant star right here, this quasar. Distant based off of the help of this galaxy. And it's called gravitational lensing. That's how they can see back that far. With gravitational lensing, here's another example of gravitational lensing. That's a telescope. These are these galaxies right here. Boom. And that's the structure behind the galaxy. Telescope using the galaxies to see through it. Light's bent path, light's normal path right there, and light's bent path right there allows you to see the object behind that. Man, that's damn ingenious right there. But this is nature doing that. Here we go again. There's the eye, right? This would be representative of a galaxy. And see how that little light right there is actually made bigger right there. The visual image would be this big. So nature actually acts like a daggone telescope to make these objects bigger, which allows us to see farther back in space than we ever have before. And in seeing farther back in space, y'all already know what the drill is. We can see water. Water in a young universe, y'all. Based off of using gravitational lensing, based off of going back to what? We had 13.5 light years away. The most distant water discovered. 11.2 billion years ago. You know the universe is 13.5 billion years. So they have discovered water at 11.2 billion years ago using gravitational lensing. Here you go. H2O, water. They go to frequency right there. The masons, y'all know that. It emits the laser. They can see it. They can pick it up. It's all right there. There's no disputing the fact, right, that there's water at 11.2 billion years ago. No one debates that. There you go right there. Water. Easy. Easy work right here. So I talked about how water reveals the universe, right? I did do that. So look at the center of this galaxy, NGC 4258, you see this, water masers in a disk spinning at 2.2 million miles per hour. Here you go, right here. It's the water maser, right? Surrounding what? That black hole. So we can identify black holes based off of the water spinning around it. You can't see a black hole, but you can actually see the water spinning around a damn black hole. So you got water that spins around black holes. How many black holes do we have in the cosmos, y'all? So all, as we talked about on the show before last, now all black holes at the galactic center do not have, all galaxies do not have black holes at the center, but a lot of them do. And the ones that do, you can actually see them based off of the what, y'all? The water. Water reveals the universe, like I said. And there you go, we out of there, man. So if y'all got some questions about this thing they call water, and y'all know the next thing is, when you start talking about water, man, that's a key component to what, y'all? That's a key component to life. We know the stars give birth, the planets give birth, the environments you know what I'm saying, that could potentially hold life. Water is an essential in the cosmos, and it's all over. Anybody got a question? Anybody want to add something to that? What's up? There you go. This presentation was inspired by our back and forth. Y'all made me dig in. Simple as that. And of course, we got plenty of sources. You know what I'm saying? I could put them in the chat if y'all want it. Plenty of sources in the Journal of Nature backing up 11.2 billion years. Plenty of sources backing up the lasers and what, you know, the molecules, the strange molecules in water that creates the water masers, the lasers. We got all sources for that. On top of the sources I showed y'all. There's no getting around water all over the cosmos. There's no getting around that. Remember, I started at Earth and it ended up at 11.2 billion years so that y'all could recognize that water was literally all over everywhere. Yep. Anybody want to add something to that, yo?
So the 11.2 billion that's represented by that quasar you said that was in the distance?
Y'all quiet?
Hold on, you can't hear me?
Quiet on a sec. Any questions in the chat?
Yo.
Askel is trying to talk to you.
Fritzer, underage. What you saying about that, Fritzer?
I don't think Unc can hear any of us, yo.
They still talking about viruses. Where y'all at, y'all? Out of there? Where y'all at?
Oh, no, I'm here.
Haskell was speaking.
Sosa
don't fell out.
Hey, I don't think he can hear any of us, CK.
CK, I don't think he can hear, yeah.
Oh, it may be that you can't hear us.
Okay, you're right. My fault. Damn. Y'all can
But
hear
we heard you. Everybody heard you in your little presentation.
Your little presentation.
It's a little one or it's a big one.
Yeah, you can't hold them long. You know what I mean? They got to be short, sweet, very simple. So the people, you know, real visual. So the people can actually see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Yeah, my question was the 11.2 billion years, was that based on that that quasar with the gravitational lens? Is that's where they get that number from?
Yeah, they see back that far using I don't know where Ken at. They just fade out on me. Yeah, yep. Yeah,
So they saying that light that we seeing through the gravitational lens, that's basically 11.2 billion years ago that we seeing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how they see back into that's how they know how old the age of the universe is.
That's wild.
That's real wild. That's why I'm thinking, yo, they can understand the damn virus.
You know, Askel don't believe it.
Here you go.
Nah, you straight though, yo. It just I just felt the study real interesting, and you know, Rasta, he challenged me, and CK, they challenged me, and I knew I had it, but I hadn't had it in presentation form. So I was looking around, and matter of fact, I need to give videos I use. I like to I like to give credit for that.
Yeah, I gotta tell y'all what though, man. Y'all made me want to go back to school and retake.
Jeremy Darling, his presentation. I mean, I used some of the clips from Jeremy Darling. All right, there you go. Get a man his props. There you go. Yeah, that make you want to go back to school, don't it? Right there. That's kind of serious. It was something.
Bro. I wanna take pre-cal and calculus again, man. When I was in high school, when I got to pre-cal, man, I was just like, what the hell is this? I just gave up, bro.
See the screen?
Oh, that cosmic radiation, huh?
Yeah, that's from Max Planck. Look at the color. That's the Max Planck one. So this is outside of NASA. This is an independent study for Max Planck. The cosmic background radiation is seen by Planck. All right. And so, you know, they look back now using, you know, now they can see farther back. So they can actually, you know what I'm saying? Like boom. And when they get that new telescope built, they're going to be able to see what type of structures is at 11.2 billion years and going all the way back like that. It's interesting. So water has always been around for a while, man. At least 11.2 billion years. Mm-hmm. Where you at, Ross? I know you got something to say. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I'm here.
What do you think?
You're not hearing me?
I couldn't hear you. I can hear you now.
No, I don't agree. I don't disagree with anything in that presentation. I basically agree with all of that.
Okay. But it's good to see it though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's why you appreciate it. So I'm gonna let everybody know I appreciate you when you come up here.
No, I learned some things from that, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Where you at, Sosa? Because you was a little friction. Where you at? Where you at?
I'm not coming. Fell asleep.
Oh no, I know you did.
And I'm doing work on the computer out here, and y'all going, man. Y'all do what y'all do, man. I was getting some computer working real quick.
Oh, so what you thought about the little presentation? Did you get to see it? Or you missed it?
Huh?
You see the presentation?
No, I talk about for what Haskell put down. I missed the other part.
Oh no, nigga, you ain't see the water presentation? Oh hell no.
Man, like how many times you gonna beat me up when I tapped out, bro? Like I already said no mas, man. Like what is
CK, our favorite. Hey, CK, where you at?
I'm always here, sir.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out. I'm gonna have to rewatch it later.
So that's how they do it. So y'all see how they do. See, she was 2 weeks ago, loud. Now she zones out. Okay. I get it.
But I never said you were wrong. I said the sources that you presented at the time was not saying what you were saying.
Yeah,
we saying it was everywhere, but you were giving us sources that was pointing out specific areas where they were finding the water at.
Right, but I kept giving you far. I was going far. I just organized it now so you can see I was actually going farther and farther away. I was going back to the beginning of the universe, showing you that water was outside of, you know what I'm saying, Earth, outside of an inhabitable zones that they talk about, out in nebula and all nurseries where stars began, there's water, all that. I was just kind of, you know what I mean, doing a little showing off a little bit, having some fun.
That's all good. I mean, we all learned something. The water is everywhere, but apparently it's not usable to us. So I don't know if it's some special kind of water, some other kind of water, or what.
You had to access it. What are you talking about?
No, next week, can you do
Can we do something with it? Can we use it for something?
Man, you can't. How can you travel the speed of light to get to it?
Why would we need to get to it? I thought it was every fucking where.
I just said light years. You was, oh boy, I be wanting this.
So the presentation that you didn't prove that the water was everywhere?
It did, but to go get it, man, I gave you. Do you know how?
Why do we need to go get it if it's everywhere, Unc?
Man, first of all, water's all over Earth.
Like, we on Earth, right? Do we need to go somewhere to get the fucking oxygen?
No, that's not. Well, hold on. What did you say, CK?
I'm just using that as an example. It's probably not the best of ones, but do we need to go somewhere to get the oxygen on planet Earth? Or we just surrounded by that shit?
Surrounded by oxygen.
Okay.
And we said, and oxygen.
The presentation that I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out. But I'm sorry. I promise I will rewatch it. I promise.
I can't believe this.
But your presentation didn't prove that the water was every fucking where?
It did.
But then why do we need to go millions of light years away?
Because I said in the universe, water's all over the universe.
Yeah, I think she misunderstood, Unc. I think she think everywhere meant like
everywhere.
Like literally everywhere.
It's literally everywhere.
When you use a statement like everywhere, I'm like, okay, why the fuck do they need to go all the way over here to find the water? Why do they need to find it in this quasar? Oh, look, this black hole spitting out water. Oh, look at these Waters on his nebulas.
That
These waters
search.
on these comments. Why do we need to find it over there if it's
Everybody take a look at the screen.
Is there WAP on one of them quasars?
WAP. CK. What is a light year, CK? For most space objects, we use light years to describe their distance. A light year is the distance light travels in one Earth year. Okay? It's distance, not time, like y'all be thinking. One light year is about 6 trillion miles, 9 trillion kilometers. That is a 6 with the 12 zeros behind it. CK. So the shit.
so this water is that far away?
Yes. No, it's a yes. So I'm saying things are spaced out.
So I'm saying the water that you were talking about in your presentation, it's X amount of trillion light years away.
No, my presentation I started out. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna do this. Y'all can still see the screen, right?
Hold on. Yeah, I can see it.
So look, here, CK, this is what I did for everybody. It wasn't you. I did this. Look, let me show you what I did. Since you just ignored the damn presentation and talk shit, I started right here on Earth. Here now. You see that, right? You see it, right, CK?
Give it a second. Hold on, I might just look at it on my phone instead of.
Oh, y'all see that?
Yeah.
I say we hit the triple point. We live near the triple point. What is the triple point? Of water where there's solid, liquid, and gas. Now, by the time you leave Earth, you're gonna find the pressure changes. So what? It's gonna freeze, it's gonna turn to gas. Now, when I showed you liquid water on certain places, but they're far away. I said there was water on the sun. Did you hear that, CK?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At 5,300 degrees Fahrenheit, of course that ain't liquid. Of course not ice, is a gas. But look at look right here, 8 minutes.
But it's still water.
It's still water, 8 light minutes. See, I'm going. So what I was doing was I was starting the Earth at the triple point, and then I started expanding that going farther. So now we have 40 light minutes, right? Oceans on Europa. These are, you look at this, that's oceans. So we had Europa at 40 light minutes. Boom. Water, guys, is spewing up out of, how you say that again? Enceladus.
Solidus.
That's 80 light minutes away. Are you looking, CK? You looking?
Mm-hmm.
All right, water. I'm going far out in the cosmos, showing you that it's on Earth, it's on the sun, it's on moons, it's on geysers. Boom. See that sun right there? See that black spot right there? That's a habitable planet right there. That's GJ1214b. That black spot. Now, GJ1214 is a sun. Okay? But right here.
Yeah, your screen's frozen.
Yeah, it's stuck on one screen, huh?
Oh, how could that be? What screen is it stuck on?
You didn't pray to the Most High?
The very first one where it say for most space objects we use light years to describe their distance. The 6 trillion with 12 zeros behind it. That screen.
You mean to tell me it's that far away, yo?
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me y'all ain't seen none of that shit?
Nope.
You forgot to align your chakras, sir.
You was lying. You said, yeah.
But I thought that the screen that you was on is what you wanted me to see. That's why I said yes.
Lord have mercy.
But then when it wasn't moving, I was like, I wonder if this dude noticed it's not moving. But I didn't want to interrupt, so.
Well, you know what? Get a chance to go back and watch it.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, rewatch it.
Hey, CK, you was a class clown, huh?
Yeah, you can I give up. Yeah, that's how you take defeat. I see. It's okay.
Ain't listening to nothing the teacher talking about, boy.
And
I mean, normally I would, but it's kind of late.
And she talks shit on top of all that.
I didn't talk shit.
The last week, you week for last. Yes, you did. I ain't all
I
over.
was very consistent in what I said. I said, yo, I didn't. When you asked, did we think that water was everywhere in the universe? I said, no. Okay, hey, I got some sources. And then when you started dropping the sources, I was like, yo, it's calling out specific areas. I wasn't convinced.
Okay.
I wasn't convinced that it was everywhere because it's like, why are they calling out specific areas that they find in it if it's everywhere?
Because
We
what you
say
mean?
that it's everywhere, but we also found it here, and there. Why not word it like that? Why word it like, oh, we found it over there?
Because it's
we
all.
found it.
We found it on
Years
all.
away.
That's why I give you examples of moons, suns, planets.
Like, I need a paper that's like, yo, we found some water right outside of our atmosphere, yo. It's
right
all over the fucking place.
Right outside our atmosphere, you can find
I mean our orbit, you know, the Earth's orbit. That's what I meant to say.
you can find water on rocks on coming from the daggone the fucking media. What's it called?
So all this water that's out there, is it the same kind of water that we have on our planet?
It's H2O. How about that?
But is it the same?
Yep. H2O. There's only one H2O. Now you got different isotopes. That's how they can tell where the water came from based off like the fucking damn, what's it called, y'all? The where the rocks come out of. They call it the dag. I can't remember that is. CK didn't got me.
No, it's all good.
The Great
I think
Astral Belt. You got water on the daggone asteroids, and they're bringing payloads of water to Earth. And they know it came from that based off of the study of the isotopes in the water. But H2O is H2O. But they put signatures in it that you know, okay, that's the same water that came here based off of this. Ain't my fault. Space is vast in distance. You want to just float in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, she wants it literally.
Isn't that the pure definition of everywhere?
Yeah, she meant literally everywhere, Unc. Like just
when you say everywhere, that's what I'm thinking. Like this shit is everywhere.
Like it covers every square inch of space.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, you
definitely. But see, I would agree with you if you would be like, okay, you know what? Water's not everywhere, but we found it here, and there, and there. And then, of course, the sources that you presented demonstrate that. And they're like, oh, these things are spitting water out like this. Water's coming off of this and that. Okay, cool.
Come on, CK. You can't be that crazy, yo.
No, I'm just saying if that was the case.
You know, when you say ants are all over the planet Earth, you don't mean every inch standing ants.
I wouldn't say that though.
Antarctica. Ants are all over planet Earth. Every known continent, every inch except for Antarctica, where the temperatures are crazy, you find ants. And that does not mean that right now we're standing in a pile of ants. It don't mean that, but it means there's not a place you can go and don't find ants. That's what it means. It's not a structure in space that you can go and don't find water. There are billions of suns in the Milky Way galaxy. There's billions of galaxies. Trillions of galaxies. 100 billion like, that's my point right there. Black holes are everywhere in the Milky Way galaxy. But, you know, I feel you. Are roaches everywhere?
Yeah. In some people's house there is.
Somebody.
Hey, CK.
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen to Vincent Roccanello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all put me on to him.
What's that?
I mean, are you still pseudo after watching his stuff?
No, not at all, man. He as a matter of fact, I'm gonna hit you up on Facebook because he has a episode that I saved where he says the PCR test cannot be used to diagnose any disease. And you know, what he's saying now is completely different. But I got it saved. Matter of fact, it was in, let me tell you what lecture it was in, CK. You know, they got that you know they got that virology lecture,
I
right?
think I actually know which episode you're talking about. I think I watched that one.
Yeah,
If I'm not
I'm up
mistaken, he
to
said it was some issues with it at one point in time, correct?
no, not even the procedure. He says like just from a fundamental standpoint, it can't be because he says what the PCR is amplifying is such a tiny fragment of RNA that
But
it
we
can't.
don't use PCR to diagnose for disease.
That's what they're
May
using
use
for
it.
COVID.
They may use it to detect.
Yeah,
But
but CK, if you take a PCR test and they say you're positive, that's a diagnosis, mama. Yeah. But it's funny because I watched the episode with Fauci on there, and you know, Europeans are just funny to me, man, because they get in line. You know what I'm saying? So like like when Fauci get on there and they talking about the PCR, he just rolling with it. He ain't saying, well, you know, technically a PCR, you can't use that to say someone is infected and da da da. That's out the window. You know, so yeah, shit funny, man.
Mm.
So that's what I wanted to get back to. I'm saying, next presentation you do, can it be about the germ theory of disease?
Who?
Um,
I'm listening to what?
say the next presentation that you do on here, the
Okay.
next time, whenever that is, can it be about the germ theory of disease?
The what? The genesis of disease?
The germ theory of disease.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. All right,
Yeah.
got you. Yep, got you. of course, Haskell don't think that's real. Damn,
I know he's
Yeah,
going to accept that. He's against that.
that's
But yeah,
crazy. What you gonna use? You gonna use the what? The other shit everybody was trying to act like, yo, what's it called? The
what do they call it? Terrain theory?
terrain. You gonna use that?
Yeah, I'd subscribe. How I look at disease would be more in line with what they call terrain theory.
Oh, man. All right, so we're gonna save that, and we're gonna explain what both of them are and what's supported with what. How about that?
but do
Yeah,
you
that would be
accept?
dope. That'd be dope. 'Cause you know, Pasteur, I think they say is the one who's the father of germ theory. I think so.
Yeah, Louis Pasteur.
Yeah, Louis Pasteur.
So do you accept like spontaneous generation?
Spontaneous generation.
Yeah, because that was the
Um.
prevailing theory back in the day when he came up with the germ theory.
Oh, they saying disease just kind of just
Mm,
spontaneously just
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Nah, hell nah. That's stupid.
Oh, now that ain't no more stupid than what you saying. Hey, buddy.
yeah, I mean these viruses they evolve. You know, they trying to survive too, just like how we trying to survive. So we change to survive in our environment. Then viruses gonna change so they can thrive in their environment.
Hey, Haskell, did you know it's an arms race? Did you know sex was developed trying to evolve to escape viruses? Did you know that?
Nah, I never heard that one.
Yeah, let me explain it to you real quick. Basically, if you know anything about bacteria and viruses, they evolve very fast. Hourly, they can do that. Days, they evolve, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
you got certain bacteria on your lips that is trying to evolve quicker than the quote unquote viruses. There's certain viruses other viruses are eating certain viruses and they're trying to run. The way they do it is all the viruses attack another virus. All of them don't die. The ones that don't die, right, give birth to viable offspring or viruses, right, that can't get killed by that generation that just attacked the viruses prior to that. Simply put, sex allows the genes to get passed on. So there are plenty of people who get sick with the coronavirus and don't die. Those genes will be passed on, right? That will put up a better resistance against the coronavirus. The immune system will handle it better. So sex was developed to get away from viruses. Viruses are killing you. They will kill you. Over time, sex was developed to actually transform, to pass on genes, something that will protect you from the viruses that evolve. It's like a damn arms race. They evolve, you evolve. They evolve, you evolve. They evolve, you evolve. It's crazy. Yep. And sex is the best method of doing that. Remember, everything in evolution is based off survivability, from sex to everything. And with that, y'all, look, man, I'm out, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, yo.